Okay. Here we go, guys. Here we go. I'm a little late. I am a little late. We've got some family staying in town. My niece is in town, so we had to put the kids to bed and everything. But I'm here. I'm here. You see the thumbnail. You see the title. I just want to verify, make sure we're streaming here, make sure everything is good to go. Okay. I think we're up. So yeah, I'm here, guys. We're a few minutes late, just a few minutes late. Got some family staying with me, family staying in town. We got the niece staying over here at the house, so I had to put the kids to bed. But we're here. All right, so you see the thumbnail, you see the title of the video, you see what we're talking about. Today we're addressing the mental health issues in the Black community. Mental health is crazy is selling out for money. Okay, I don't know what that comment means. I try to respond to all my comments, but let me get cooking first, and then I'll get into the comments in a bit. So you can see from the title, today we're addressing mental health issues. This is something that all too often gets swept under the rug, especially with Black men. We're told, you need to show your emotions. You never open up to people. Just the other day, Shaq was getting villainized in the media because he said, we shouldn't be opening up to your wives. Keep it to yourself. Talk to your therapist, talk to your friends, but men got to stay stoic because that's all society seems to respect. So we're going to address this situation, and we're going to address the way that the legacy of slavery and white supremacy has affected the mental health of the Black community as a whole in this country. So we got a lot of things to talk about. As you're coming into the room, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. And if it's the first time checking out the channel, be sure to smash the subscribe button for content and topics just like this. Interesting topics, let's get into it. I'm going to start off by playing a quick clip, which is kind of the catalyst, which had me thinking about addressing this topic as a whole. So let's start off with this. I'm going to pause this music very quickly. I'm going to share my screen here. Y'all check this out. See what this lady has to say.
What I know about sugar plantations, tobacco in the Caribbean, what I know about American chattel slavery and the plantations there. Does anyone right now ever recall mental health assistance to slaves?
Now think about that question. Was there any mental health assistance to the slaves? Obviously not, right? People are getting their families torn apart, watching their wives get raped, watching their children sold to other households, other states, right? They were saying they're being traumatized left and right. Any mental health, how was their mental health affected? Obviously poorly. Did they ever get in therapy? No, of course not. Continue.
Anybody remember sending in the therapist after I sold off your son, daughter, raped folks? At any point? Never. Second question. After slavery was officially over.
It's over.
Now you're free. Anybody remember any therapy then? We know it's been rough. It's been deep for you. It's been difficult. We're going to do a little group therapy. Anybody remember that?
Any group therapy?
That would be no. Number 3, after slavery officially ended, both in the States, in the Caribbean, the British ended, do you remember whether or not trauma continued? Did the trauma continue for people of African descent? I need to know. Okay, so now let's do the math. Hundreds of years of trauma, no treatment.
No treatment.
Freed, more trauma, no treatment.
More trauma being Jim Crow, being the slave codes, the black codes, which were in effect not only in the South but throughout the United States. Laws like it's illegal to be unemployed, loitering laws. It's illegal to meet with some of your friends. It's illegal to congregate. It's illegal to work in an industry outside of farming. So there were laws and obligations placed only specifically on black people. So even after slavery ended, the trauma continued. The constant embarrassment and degradation in public never addressed.
What do you do the math? Do you think there may be residual impacts of that trauma? Of course there is. It didn't end, friends, and it hasn't ended yet.
All right. So I like the way that the lady here I like the way that the lady here kind of set up the premise. Dating back to the very beginning of the country, it's clear and it's undeniable that there was a great amount of trauma. The trauma doesn't just end when that person dies. The trauma is passed down generationally, because when you reproduce your kids, how are you training your children? A lot of times, Black Americans especially, we're big advocates of corporal punishment. We believe, as the Bible dictates, spare the rod, spoil the child. Now, this, of course, it's already in our Hebrew culture of, corporal punishment. But under slavery, this was just compounded. It took on a life of its own. The lines of discipline and straight abuse began to get blurred. And this is something that's passed down generationally. If you're Black and you're watching this video, think for yourself. Were you beat when you were a kid? I don't know. Think about yourself, right? Think about how these things can have generational impacts, especially if it's never addressed, never repaired. Now, on this channel, we're big advocates of reparations, and reparations is going to have to take place on a number of levels. Financially, first and foremost, but not only that, it's going to have to, the changes are going to have to take place on an individual level. People are going to have to do the work as far as recovering, healing from generational trauma, and that's something that we've got to do for ourselves. That's not something that we can petition the government for. We can petition the government for economic justice, but for the mental health, the mental repair, that's something that we're going to have to address for ourselves. And it's ironic because in this society, while a lot of people, myself and the broader society included, is liking to push mental health therapy, being open and honest about your feelings and your emotions and things of this nature. Whenever we seem to do it, especially we as Black men try to, open up and express our thoughts and our points of view on the world, we're quickly shamed. It's not popular to start a YouTube channel. Think about myself. I'm sitting here trying to build this YouTube channel. When you tell someone, oh yeah, you're a YouTuber, that's not something that you get a whole lot of respect for as a man. This is something that you got to do as a labor of love. I started off with, 10 subscribers, told my family members and close friends, hey, support my channel and just keep uploading, keep expressing myself, and eventually you'll see the growth. We can see the channel now is starting to grow, and I'm still, a relatively small channel, but I can see, just like with hair, when you start growing your hair, especially as a Black person, when you start growing your hair and you got the fro, you got the mini fro, you're going through that ugly duckling stage, a lot of people are going to say, hey man, when are you going to cut your hair? When you go to cut your hair, you don't have dreads, man. You need to cut your hair. You ugly. You need a haircut. Girls are going to clown you, man. You need a haircut. Guys are going to clown you. Dude, look at your lineup. Look at who did your shape up. People are going to clown you when you're starting to grow your hair. But as it starts to get longer and the years go by and people get used to seeing you, they get used to seeing you without your haircut. They get used to seeing you being yourself, taking pride in yourself with the hair on your head. People are going to start to give you respect because they see the longevity, they see the consistency. And it's the same with expressing yourself in mediums like this one. So I'm going to digress from that point and just show some situations that we've seen in the culture as far as the shame that people have gotten for expressing themselves, despite the fact that we're encouraged to do so. Check this out. Exhibit A.
This is all I got. This is all I got. Don't take my baby, okay? I've been away from my baby for 2 months. I just want my baby. And no one's listening because no one's in the courtroom. I'm not doing anything illegal.
I'm going to play it from the jump.
This is all I got. This is all I got. Don't take my baby, okay? I've been away from my baby for 2 months. I just want my baby. And no one's listening because no one's in the courtroom. I'm not doing anything illegal. But I don't want nobody. Oh my God, am I doing something illegal by doing this video, or am I protected by the First Right Amendment or the amendment? Don't take my baby. I'm at $13,000 a month. What more do you want from me?
What more do you want from me? Now that is one of the most iconic rants from Tyrese. I think forget all of his movies. Forget Baby Boy. Forget Fast and Furious. Forget all of Tyrese's movies. Forget his music. Tyrese is fantastic um, entertainer. My man is a movie mogul, an actor. He's a singer. He's had all types of success commercially. And as soon as he cries about trying to maintain the relationship with his kids, maintain um, custody of his kids, he shows some emotion. His whole career is condensed into a meme of this man crying, saying, "What more do you want from me?" That if any quote comes from Tyrese, that would be his most mentionable quote. What more do you want from me? Despite all of his movies, despite all of his music, decades in the game, the thing that he's most known for nowadays in 2024 and beyond is him having a quote unquote mental breakdown because he's sad that his kids are being taken from him. It's kind of deep in a society that says we promote mental health, we promote good fathers, we promote, opening up emotionally. And then you see examples like this, examples with Tyrese and others where a man is trying to be a good father to his family and he gets embarrassed. He gets laughed at for showing some emotion. And it's not just Tyrese. Check out this other example. Exhibit B. Now in this one, of course, Kanye West, he gets a lot of flack, and I'm going to keep him on the back burner. But here he's saying something positive as far as being bipolar. So let's just play this clip.
Doesn't do an opposite thing. So I think it's important for us to have conversations about, open conversations about mental health, especially with me being Black, because we never had therapists in the Black community. We never approached like taking medication. And I think it's good that when I had my first complete blackout at age 5, my mom didn't fully medicate me because I might have never been yay. And there's times where at least I'm happy that I know, like even like for this interview, I knew I wanted to stay in a calm state because by the time I got to TMZ, I was ramped up. So what was awesome is that the world got to really experience someone in a ramped up state. And that's when you get these comments that just shoot out, like almost like Tourette's.
Because you have highs and lows. And when you have a high, you're on a roll. And when you have a low, you're not.
Well, there's some cases of bipolar where people go low. I'm one that goes high. Like Michelle Obama said.
So you don't have extreme periods of depression?
Oh, no.
No. Oh.
No. Because I just say it. I'll say on real TV, like, oh, I thought about killing myself, and then the thought is gone,
Wow. So all people need to do is get on TV.
So they laugh.
That's really the solution.
Well, they need to be able to express themselves without fear of judgment.
This is really the part that I wanted to highlight, so I want to play this part one more time.
Well, there's some cases of bipolar where people go low. I'm one that goes high. Like Michelle Obama said.
So you don't have extreme periods of depression?
Oh, no.
No. Oh.
No. Because I just say it. I'll say on real TV, like, oh, I thought about killing myself, and then the thought is gone,
Wow. So all people need to do is get on TV. That's really the solution.
Well, they need to be able to express themselves without fear of judgment. What I love telling people is like, who do you know? And let's go, especially Black men, but, I'm 41 years old, and I don't know anyone, that up as much as I have that's still as successful. So I want to prove that you can get fat, you can say the wrong things, you can piss a whole
and you
city
could be
off.
president of the United States.
Well, yeah, it's yeah.
There's one person. Kanye West, everybody.
All right, we're going to leave that there. The point that I wanted to highlight is the solution that he points out, and he addresses it accurately. And it kind of got swept under the rug the way he said it didn't get emphasized. But he says, as someone who's bipolar, what needs to happen with people who are bipolar, people who are suffering mental health issues, they need some space to communicate, to express their concerns, express their feelings, express their emotions without fear of retribution, without fear of some type of punishment, without fear of negative consequences. Some area where they can say what they think without thinking, oh, well, this is going to cost me my relationship, or this is going to cost me my finances, my job. This is going to cost me, some negative cost. You need a safe space to vent, right? So for me, that's why I enjoy these YouTube videos. This is where I get on and I can kind of just say the things that I'm thinking about, talk on the topics that I find interesting, share clips that I'm looking at that I think other people might find interesting. For me, this is therapeutic. I don't get paid to do this. I do this for fun. I enjoy reaching out to y'all, sharing things that I'm watching with y'all, and getting the feedback in the comment section. So when y'all leave your comments and when I see y'all subscribing to the channel, that really motivates me because it's like instead of getting negative pushback for my views, I'm getting positive rewards for my views. So that's why I say you all really keep me motivated to keep this thing going. I was going to make another video where we talk about the pros and cons of hip hop. A lot of people say, hip hop is destroying the black community because people listen to music and they go out and do crimes. I think that this problem is a problem of perspective. I don't think that it's necessarily the music that is creating criminality in the culture. I think that from the culture of criminality, music producers are made. So it's not that, oh, I'm an innocent person, I'm making music and I'm making all these other people who are also innocent, making them do crimes. No, the thing is, people who are already doing crimes, people who are already in some gangster lifestyles are making gangster music because that's the lifestyle they're already in. There are Christian rappers. The people who were in the church already decided to make music, and it turns out to be Christian rap because they were already in that lifestyle. There are conscious rappers, people who were already living a conscious lifestyle who decide, okay, I want to make music on the things that I'm living, on the things that I'm dealing with on a personal level. So from that culture, the music is made, not the music makes the culture. So one thing that I think is a positive of the hip hop is the people who are already living in a negative lifestyle have an opportunity to express themselves, get financial gain, and escape those negative patterns that they were in before. I'm going to have to make a separate video, and I've been meaning to do it for some time now. I got some people that I wanted to work with on it. I've got a lot of stuff going on, but I'm going to make a separate video on the pros and cons of hip hop. So y'all stay tuned for that video. Now, as you know, I like to check out all my comments. So shout out Alexa Hawk. Uh, Shout out Alexa Hawk. We're seeing, she says, Brene Brown tells the story of a man secretly approaching her after a vulnerability is important speech and saying, everyone says that's good, but be real. If I broke down from the daily stress I'm under, my wife and daughters would split. All they want me to do is stay on my white horse and slay the dragons. That's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right. And this video is not encouraging you to open up to your wife or your daughter. That's between you and your spouse. What I would encourage you to do is find a therapist or find a trusted friend. I think a therapist essentially is a paid friend, a friend that you pay to be there because a lot of times your friends have their own problems. They don't want to listen to yours. So you pay a therapist to be the friend to listen to you instead of your own friends, right? Your friends are busy. They don't have time to sit there and listen to you complain about the problems you got going on in your life. So instead of talking to your friends, and you can't talk to your wife because, like Alexa Hawk points out, there could be some negative consequences if you open up and show too much vulnerability, too much weakness in front of your family. You got to show strength as a man. You got to show strength. You can't show weakness. So you have to have somewhere to express these feelings. You can either do it in the music, do it on YouTube, or do it, which is the safest place, with a therapist, which is something that I would encourage people to look into. I think we have to normalize. We have to normalize therapy and normalize good mental health uh, habits, habits that will cultivate a positive mental attitude. I think that's something that needs to be
What I
normalized.
know about
Okay, now I had another clip I wanted to share. This is going to be a short video today, guys, because I'm no therapist. I'm no mental health advocate. This is just something that I saw, I found interesting, and I wanted to briefly speak on and encourage anyone out there who might need, who might need a confirmation. Maybe they were thinking about joining therapy, but they had mixed feelings. This might be confirmation for someone. So I wanted to play this clip. Um, I wanted to play that clip and kind of speak on that. All right, now if you've made it this far in the video, first of all, salute. I appreciate you rocking with me on this video. I appreciate you rocking with me, but I think I've kind of touched on everything I wanted to touch on this topic. Now I'm here. I think there's some people in the room. If you're watching, I want to play this clip for you, and I want to ask your opinion. All right. So this has nothing to do with mental health. These are some heat checks. I call these a heat check. I want to see I want to check your temperature. See how you feel about certain situations that we see in society. So I'm going to play this clip. I'm going to give you a second. You tell me what you think. Who's in the right, left or right? All right. So I'm going to play this clip and I'll ask a question after that. Check it out. Uh-oh. That's not there. Uh-oh. Where is it? All right, check this out.
22.
Now this woman is in a bar and she's getting addressed. She's being addressed because she brought her newborn baby to a bar, and she's getting called out for that. So y'all tell me who's right here.
Get out.
I'm 27.
Get your baby out of a bar.
We are not leaving right now. We're just waiting for our bill.
You guys are idiots. Why would you do that? Why would you do this for poor kid?
He's having fun.
No, he's not having fun. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Look your kid out of the bar. $9,800. Get your kid out of the bar. Jamie, is that your name?
No, it's not.
Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. There's some profane language.
Get out of the bar. You have a baby in a bar.
She's filming you, and I'm actually gonna call the police.
They're bothering you. You're bothering them. You're harassing them. They have children.
Are you proud to in a bar?
This is
In a bar.
You're drunk.
Yeah, I'm going to. I mean,
All right, so this video has been going viral. There's some mixed emotions here. Some people are defending the lady in the white, saying, hey, she's right for telling the mother, hey, why would you bring your baby to a bar? That's a baby. The baby shouldn't be in the bar. It's not a safe place for the baby. Some people are saying the lady's clearly drunk. The baby and her mother was not bothering anyone. Leave the baby and the mother alone. People are demonizing the lady in the white coat. This is a heat check for whoever's watching. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. You tell me who do you think is right, and we're going to break this thing down. I want to see y'all's mentality. If you think it's the white lady in the white coat is right, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. If you think the lady in the white coat is wrong, give me a thumbs down. Give me a thumbs down. All right. So if you think the lady is right, there should be no babies in the bar, thumbs up. If you think the lady should leave the mother alone, give me a thumbs down. I'll give you 10 seconds. Do 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 do. All right. So here's what I'm thinking. When I check out this video, I think I've got some mixed emotions on this one. So on the one hand, as a parent, you should be very hesitant. You should be very hesitant. I mean, you've got to have some good reason behind bringing a baby to a bar. You are essentially putting your baby in a dangerous situation. You're bringing a newborn baby, a human that cannot defend themselves, around a bunch of adults who are under the influence of alcohol, basically drugged. You are putting your newborn baby around adult strangers who might not mean you good, as you can see from this video. This lady in the white coat did not mean this mother any good, trying to tell her, "Oh, get your baby out of the bar, get out of here." She wasn't saying that peacefully. She wasn't saying that as a suggestion. She was being rude. The lady's being very rude, and as a mother, why would you want to bring your baby around drunk individuals, drunk adult strangers who could be rude to you, put you in danger? You could have a dangerous encounter around these drunk people, and your baby sitting right there. So while I think that the lady in the white coat is wrong for addressing the issue the way that she did, she's cursing around the baby, she's being very aggressive. Obviously, she's under the influence. She shouldn't be, she should just leave those strangers alone. The point that she's trying to make is solid. The point that she's trying to make is solid. I don't know, there's like a new trend of like bringing babies to the bar. It's not a good look, guys. It's not a good look. Babies do not belong in a bar. You're putting that baby, you're exposing them to potential risk, potential dangerous situations. I've been in a lot of dangerous stuff in my life. Let me just say this. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations in my life. The majority of the dangerous situations I've experienced has been around people who are under the influence of alcohol. The majority of the time, sober people have an ability to reason, ability to leave people alone, mind their own business. The majority of the violent things that I've seen in my life has happened in environments where alcohol was involved. So as a parent, try not to expose your kids to drunk strangers. That's the moral of the story. I don't know why that needs a PSA, but that's the moral of the story on that one. I had a couple more clips that I wanted to play, but I think I'm gonna have to hold on to it for a different topic because, I like to end my videos with the bonus clip, and if my topic today was mental health, I don't want to stray too far from it, so I'm going to share some of these other clips on another video. So, all right, guys, I think that's going to be it for today. It was a short one, but I appreciate everyone who rocked with me. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button to support the channel, push us in the algorithms. And if it's your first time watching, do me a personal favor and smash the subscribe button. Dropping content like this every week. I drop shorts every day, lives every week. I put together some edited videos depending on what's going on in the world. So much content, such a diverse range of topics that I speak on. I'm sure that there's going to be something that you'll find interesting. So be sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Come on back for more content just like this with an opinion that you might find interesting, that you might not hear in other places. So I'll see you on the next one. Till next time, peace.